right, it's week 3. Welcome back to my channel, Summer Heat. 3 weeks in the game. Hey, we progressing along nicely, Before we get into anything about what we're talking about topic-wise, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe at the bottom. Hit like and subscribe. If you're on the gram, go ahead and hit that follow button and follow the journey on Instagram at CJ the Runner. YouTube is under also my at CJ the Runner, or just by my name, Corey Joyner, on there as well. And I'm gonna add on the Strava. I don't really be giving Strava that much love and advertising it, but I do like to keep Strava light. I put my memes, pictures on there and try and keep it fun because, I mean, just looking at running maps and numbers, But when there's a meme, it gets a little interesting. So follow me on the Strava as well. I put that link, just my name, Corey Joyner, on the Strava as well. So, week 3 in the books. I'm going to call this week Hills and Thrills. Why? This is the first week I probably had over 1,000 elevation gain for the week. I think Strava says 1,200. Garmin's a little lower, but it was over 1,000 feet of elevation gain. That's a lot for me. I'm a Florida runner. It's flat, but when you intentionally go out and hit some hills, we put in some work this week. But before we get into what the training runs were this week, last week I teased a review for the Puma Deviate Nitros. I was gifted this shoe from Puma, one of the lucky Instagram runners. It was like a couple weeks, all you saw was runners on Instagram rocking these shoes, or the other shoe that they also came out with, getting back into the running shoe game. So just want to give a quick review, my thoughts on the shoe. I've gotten this shoe to 50 miles. I'm gonna just hold it as I talk about it. The first time I put it on, I was like, okay, it's comfortable, it's nice, it's plush. This shoe also has a carbon plate in it. I think you can see it right here. The shoe has a carbon plate in it. So my initial thoughts was, okay, so this is like the race shoe, if it's a carbon plate, or a shoe, I get the price point was around the same amount as the Endorphin Speed. So I thought it was racing shoe, or, the really fast trainer shoe. But for me, the first run was I wasn't feeling it that first run. They felt a little heavy. I guess my feet just wasn't used to it. But they were pretty comfortable. The upper is really nice. No issues with the lacing. With the heel, I did have an issue with the heel. It did cut the back of my Achilles on a run, so I had to put a little tape back there. Even with my socks, I typically wear socks high enough where it covers that up. But it did give me an issue with the heel. Also noticed a lot of other runners who did review and talk about the shoe just have that same issue, but it's just one of the things that comes with the territory with this shoe. But after that first run and just running in it more, I broke it in some more. It's a nice shoe. It's a very nice shoe. I like to use this shoe for my easy days, for the easier running, maybe a couple up-tempo miles, but it's not a shoe that I'm going to reach for the faster, more threshold speed type efforts. But it's really comfortable for a nice ride on the easy days, and it has some bounce to it. Like when you're running, it propels you. So you would think the speed days would work out. Oh, it's propelling you forward to running into the speed days. But I guess just for my cadence and my foot strike, it did not work out for me that way with this shoe. But other than that, I'm really pleased with the direction Puma is going in. This is my first Puma shoe for running. The shoe I have here, it says it's running. I ain't gonna take it out because I don't want to move anything. But it says it's a running shoe, but you ain't running in that shoe. You might sprain an ankle. It's just for fashion. I might put a picture in it when I go back and make the edits to this video. But overall, I initially gave this shoe a score of a 3 or a 3.5. I think 3 symbols out of 5. So we're gonna bump it up after getting to the 50 mile and finding the niche for this shoe in my shoe rotation. We will bump the shoe up to a 3.5. So I think it was 3. So now we're going to go to 3.5, because after the 50 miles, we're going to get it at 4. So 3.5 symbols out of 5. All right, so for this week of training, like I said, it was hills and it was thrills, baby. And man, the elevation game, I was feeling it in my legs. this week. Opened up this week running the hills around Lake Hollingsworth here in Lakeland, and we got it in 7 miles, and I believe the elevation gain was about 400. I got about 400 feet of elevation gain just in that one day. We really went to work. I hit every hill almost on the road where the hills were, and it was nonstop. You know, just mentally grinded it out. Just up the hill, down the hill. And then following that, just an easy run. Kept the heart rate low. Wore my heart rate strap just to make sure I didn't go over the heart rate threshold of 150 for me. And then also I had a timer on my Garmin to let me know if I was getting over that mark, just to dial it back some. And just to let the legs recover, flush out any of that built up soreness, that built up lactate from the harder effort. It wasn't a hard effort, but it was a lot of work put in. I mean, 400 feet of elevation, it's a lot of work being put in. So so it was a good run the following 8. And then let's get to the thrills. So the thrills of this week, I had a nice VO2 max workout Coach John set me up with to get me prepared for the mile time trial that's next week. So yeah, that mile time trial, we gonna put our best foot forward. But the workout this week was 8 400s and 2, not 2. No. It was 6 200s. So 8 400s, 6 200s, and we got it in. I had to wear the next percent because I already knew I need to go ahead and prepare my legs, rocking the next percent for the race. Well, not the race, the time trial coming up. And it was a good one. It was a good one. I waited till the evening. I did all my workouts early in the week after work. So everything was after 6, 7 o'clock when these workouts started. So it was hot. We're in Florida. It was warm. Temperature was still in the 80s as the sun was getting ready to set. And you just got to put in the work. And so for that run, did my 2-mile warm up. And then round Lake Beulah. That's called the old office for me because I don't go to a track. I go to Lake Beulah and I do my track workouts there. And we were getting in. The first 400, I believe I clipped a 118? No, 120. I slowed down. I got in the middle of it and I was like, oh, I'm going too fast. And I clipped a 120. But after that, we just hit it. Just ran it. Average, I don't have the numbers. I totally forgot the numbers. And because it's on my phone and it's recording on the phone, I'm not going to pull it up. But I'm going to post it up so you can see the numbers for the 400. It was just a little over, averaging over 5 minute miles. I believe it was 5:07. Hopefully I'm right. I'll put like a little ding if I'm right. I think it was 5:07 average pace for the 400s, and then drop it to the 200s. It's the first time I've done 200s in a workout like this, and they were legit. They were legit, and I thought I went out too fast on the first one, so I looked at my watch and it said 33 seconds, and coach wanted me at 36, about 36 seconds, 35, because I mean the margin of error running that fast in that short a period, like a second is a lot. But I had 33, and then the next one, 33. I was like, okay, we're going to just stick here. We only got 4 more. Let's just stick here, and then we can also see if we can get faster to close out and end strong. So 33, and I think I got the last 2 to a 32, and then the last one a 30. So we ended very strong. Definitely put in some heavy work. I almost got a cramp on my cool down, so I ended my cool down just a mile short. Gonna make sure I get me some electrolytes in this week, and just make sure I'm eating some more potassium and doing the right things to alleviate the cramps. That was a previous old issue for me. I haven't really had too many cramps this year, so for it to start flaring up, it's like, okay, we gotta make sure we take care of that before it really starts acting up. But that was a great workout, and then had a group meet up at the Clay Loop. Clay Loop is such a great place to run at. It's like runner's paradise. If you're not familiar with the Clay Loop, it's located in Clermont, Florida. It's a 10-mile loop. It's an old dirt road, and it's a great place. It has rolling hills, a couple steep hills, and you can really get a lot of good work out there for long runs, for hill work, for tempo, threshold. If you really want to elevate your game to the next level and you're in Central Florida, or even just in the area where it's not too far of a drive for you, go to the Clay Loop. Check it out. And go to it as soon as possible because they're doing some development over there now. It was talk about it, was rumors about it for years. I'm hearing from other runners for years that were talking about it, and now it's in development. And so we don't know what's going to happen with the clay loop, but it's still there. It's still available for you to check out, and you should definitely go run at the 10-mile clay loop. We had a lot of people out there that came out, just put the message out there, seeing who's able to come, and we had a great time. We had a real good time, as you can see from the footage out there. It was warm. It's summer. We got started at about, I want to say 7 o'clock. We got started at 7 o'clock. I had 12 miles on the day, and it was good work. 6 of those miles were progression miles, and after the first 6, just really got into it. Now my stomach was bugging me a little bit. I was feeling like Pops off Friday when he was stuck in traffic and he had to go, but you can't get out of traffic to go. And man, I was stuck in the run and I had to go, and I couldn't. I was gonna hit the bushes, but I couldn't hit the bushes because I didn't think this one was the one that hit the bushes, because I would have to immediately go home if I would have hit the bushes. So, even though during the progression miles, I was able to pick it up a little bit, and this was like the progression miles at the worst hills of the clay loop. So I'm just dying, trying to get up the hills and also make sure my stomach ain't finna act up and I have an accident at the clay loop, because that would just be terrible. I go ghost if that was to happen. But anyway, made it back to my car, and I just made it back to the car, hit the local store right up the road, and then came right back and finished out my last 2. And shout out to Erica for running the last 2 with me. We hit them last 2, got it down, got the pace down too. I think the mile was 7:10, and then the second mile was under 7 minutes. And my original goal for the clay loops, plus with the hills, was to run 2 or 3 miles under 7-minute mile pace. So getting one under 7 minutes, I'm totally cool with that, especially with my stomach not being my best friend that day. You know, it is what it is. But it was a great time. I had a blast. Definitely looking to do some more meetups and linking up with some running friends this summer. Got a couple spots I already got written down that should be coming up soon, so I will keep you guys posted on that. And that's today's vlog. I'm just going to put some more footage from the clay loop. Got a nice, good footage for you guys to enjoy. And next week, we're going to have the update on the mile time trial, and then also preparing for the 5K, because the following week is the first 5K of the Watermelon series coming up. So we finna hit the ball rolling now. It's on and popping. So make sure you guys continue to support and to watch the videos and follow along with the journey of summer heat. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Follow me on Strava, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media. We got it. It's up here. It's up here, or it's up here. I don't know which side I'm gonna put it on, but it's up here. So make sure you follow me and holla at your boy. CJ the Runner out.
You gotta check it out, you know what I'm saying? Hey, my boy just finished up a little bit, feeling a little tired. It's a little hot. It's a little hot today.
It's hot. These last 2 miles gonna kick that ass.
We got it in though.
I want to show you what Michelle did to me today. So I was dying. Michelle comes like this and she goes, "Hi," and then burns me by 10
How was you running up the hill?
Nah, I'm out of here.